YouTube. Daniel back out in the shop, running a little video about these scopes. As you saw in a previous video, I started long range shooting, and I ordered this scope here in December. This is a Riton or Riton, I think they pronounce it Riton Conquer 1. It's an entry level, and I didn't know at the time if the scope should be about the same price as your gun. But anyway, I bought this scope and used it in a couple matches. It worked decent, but I noticed something was off because when I get probably past 300 yards, couldn't see my hits, and I wasted a lot of ammo. So finally took it off, and I heard a click noise in it, something rattling. So I took it off, mailed it into Riton, and they got it on a Thursday, and then on a Friday they sent me another one. But the communication is not that good. They didn't tell me that they were sending me one. So that Saturday, I got up that Saturday morning, and I ended up buying this other one, this Vortex Eagle, because that following Saturday I had a match that I wanted to go to, so I needed a scope. If they had gave me a confirmation that they returned it, which it showed up that Monday afternoon, I wouldn't have bought the Strike Eagle. Anyway, I'm done with Riton. I'm not going to buy anything else from it. One of the things you have to pay to send it back. It cost me $21 to return it under warranty. And they did a warranty claim evidently, and they sent me another one. But my beef with them is they should have contacted me and told me they sending one out, and they did not. They had all my information. But it's a decent scope. This was 300 and something, and then so what I ended up doing when they sent the new one, I put it on this 5.56, which I don't shoot 3-gun no more, so it don't matter. And put a set of bipods on it. But I think what they should have done, I had bought this in December, and it was March when I sent it back, March or April. Anyway, they should have refunded my money. So from now on, I only buy scopes from companies that'll send you a shipping tag. Vortex will send you a shipping tag, and Arken, they'll send you a shipping tag. So, but this is good. It's easy on the Riton. It's easy to set the zero stop and all that, and good for what it's worth. Probably if I bought a higher end, they have a 3, 5, and a 7 level, and the 7 level is the top of the line. But anyway, I'm done with that company. I'm not going to buy anything else from them. But it's good enough on this just to play out back at 100 yards. So the next thing here is the next scope here is the Strike Eagle by Vortex. It's a 5x24, which is great. It works great. It does the job that I wanted to do. The only gripe I have about it is that the writing is too small on the turrets. A lot of times I shoot with no glasses, but I can't see the turrets, the numbers, the MOA you're supposed to do, and they're too small. So I'm probably going to end up selling this one. Two things about this, two cons, is that the numbers are so small, and then also if you put the zero stop in, it cuts the elevation from 110 to 47, which is okay if you're shooting a fast caliber like a 6.5 Primo. But if you get up to 308, like I had a 308, it was on a 308 with 168 grain, and I was topped out at 1,000 yards. So I couldn't go 1760, which is a mile. Eventually I'm supposed to take the class, and they get you out to a mile. So this has limitations if you're going to put the zero stop in. The good thing about putting the zero stop in, you don't have to remember after every stage where you're at. You can just run it back and stop, boom, you're there. And so I did a match without doing it, but I had to be very, very conscious. It's just something that's to think about. You got to go back to zero. And so if you do 2 spins, you got to remember that you're on the 2nd level. Come back 1 full revolution, then come back to zero. So that's kind of boggling in the mind. It is illuminated, and parallax works great. I didn't have no trouble out of that. Probably the best thing about this that I like the most, that these pop-up turrets, they lock into place. Once you lock them down, they're not going to move. I like that, and then it's easy easy to put the zero stop in. They send you a little plastic tool. But I'm probably going to sell this one and go to my next favorite, which is going to be the only brand that I'm going to use from now on. Eventually, when I get rid of all the rest of them. But the glass is good. It's on Weaver mounts, and I got the tall mount so you can clear the bell here. It's got a 56 objective. Yeah, it's a 56 objective, so I put the tall mounts on it to clear the rail. But that's the only bad thing about it. Small number, and it cuts your MOA in half on elevation. So my new favorite, I hadn't mounted it yet, but I'm gonna have to mount it for the next match. It's an Arken EP5, and it's the same as the Vortex Eagle. It's 5 to 25 by 56. But the good thing about it, you can set the zero stop and you don't lose any elevation. So that's where we're gonna go on it. And then, like I said earlier, it's like Vortex. They'll send you a shipping label, send it in for warranty repair. And also on the Arken, it guarantees the track. I bought this at a real good price on sniperhigh.com, and I would have bought it instead of the Strike Eagle, but they was out of stock of this one at the moment, so I had to buy the Strike Eagle. That's the only one I can get in time for the match. But this one here, you can take the glasses off and you can see your dial up if you had to. So, and the glass, I imagine, just as clear. I'm not picky on glass. If I can see the target, I can see it. If I can't see it, I can't see it. And but I love you can set the zero stop and you don't lose any elevation. I'm shooting 6.5 Creedmoor now, so even with the zero stop on the Strike Eagle, I can still have enough to get out to a mile on the elevation. So I'm eventually, like I said, going to switch everything over to the Arkens, and they have a no hassle warranty or what have you. And set the zero stop. I love the large numbers. That really help. So if you're getting older, EP5 ought to be great. And it's rated up to a Barrett M50. So you can do a 50 cal. It's rated for a 50 cal. So started out with Riton, and I shouldn't have bought the entry level, but I did. I didn't know no better. And it has some Vortex one-piece mount on it. Moved up to the Strike Eagle. Really love it. I love the locking turrets, but I don't like the small print on the second round, and I don't like the you lose half your elevation if you put the zero stop in. And you pretty much got to put the zero stop in, because if you do a PRS match, it's going to be hard to remember to go back. And so it's on some Weaver rings. 1.48, I think is what they are on the Weaver rings. What I have on it, it's illuminated on it as well. I don't really need the illumination, but that's the way they come. But this Arken is really heavy, so that'll work out pretty well. And then so that's where we are on scopes. I just want to run that by that. Very disappointed in the warranty process on Riton. Communication could have been a little bit better. Would have saved me a little money if I knew it was coming that soon. Most warranty, I assume, was 10 to 14 days, so I had to have something, have a chance to zero it in, and then get some glass time to be ready for the match. But very happy with the 6.5 Creedmoor. Still trying to get it dialed in. Just not working right on my applied ballistic. Somehow I don't get it perfect. But I'm either going to buy a long-range camera, or I'm going to try to find somebody that can go and spend some time with me at the range, looking down at the target, so I can get my ballistic solver true. But other than that, by the way, it's a 140 grain Federal Gold Match Sierra King. 140 grain. That's what I'm shooting now. I gave up the 308. I'm gonna sell that rifle. I love that rifle. I don't have a 308, but I don't like to keep a gun that I'm not going to use. So that's where that's going. But yeah, check out these Arken optics. Here's a good picture. Arken Optics EP5. 5 to 25 by 56. Very happy with it. I'm gonna put it on. I'll probably put it on next week. I probably won't go to a match. I got 2 weeks for another match, and so we'll get that on now. Get out to the range, get the ballistic software true, and we'll be going. But if you're gonna buy a scope, look at the warranty section first and see if they send you a shipping label, and then go from there. Okay. All right. That's it, guys.